McKinney is exploding with growth, and it's not just people relocating here. We are talking billion-dollar developments, luxury hotels, we're talking entertainment venues, a new airport, and one of the biggest highway expansions North Texas has ever seen. So whether you live in McKinney or you're thinking about moving to this area, this is everything that's coming and why it matters to you. So as a real estate professional and as a real estate consultant to my clients, it is so important for me to know about these and me to tell my clients about these big developments that are coming to these areas, because at the end of the day, this is going to impact you investing into the DFW market and maybe the McKinney market. If you're an investor, if you're looking to buy here and hopefully grow your asset over time, these developments and knowing about these developments really impact you and your bottom dollar. So we're going to start with the biggest development that's coming to North Texas, and that is the 380 expansion. So this expansion has been a long time coming. This is nothing new to this area. We all knew it was coming. We just didn't know when and where this expansion was going to take place. So back in 2016, that's what began these talks about this expansion of 380. In 2020, they did a study really showing how badly this area is going to need this expansion. And as of right now, 380 is just too trafficked. And that's what that study resulted in. It basically said, look, 380 is almost maxing out its movement on this road. So we got to make this thing bigger. So what's happening is this is going to be an 8-lane freeway to relieve some congestion, especially between Coit Road and FM 1827. So with this expansion, this highway is projected to carry over 114,000 daily drivers by 2050. And this is truly so critical for supporting McKinney's growth as well as Prosper's growth right above McKinney. But this has definitely not come without some resentment. Some of the people in McKinney, some of the people in Prosper, they are not loving this 380 expansion because it is going to affect some neighborhoods and some future developments as well as retail space. So you got proponents and you definitely have people who are against this. So regardless of where you are, this 380 expansion is happening. They've definitely explored a couple different routes. So I'll show a map here showing the different routes that they are looking at. They're really talking about changing segment A or segment B, and they're getting a lot of resentment from people along segment E. So just a lot of things going on here, but it is definitely happening, and this is going to really move traffic up in this area. And if you are aware of 380, that's a rough road to sit on. You got a lot of traffic on that road, especially because you have so many master plan communities from Prosper and McKinney just feeding out onto 380. And so of course, as new neighborhoods pop up and as people are moving up to that North Texas area, you got more and more and more traffic. That's coming, and it's going to be huge. And just to give you some numbers here, so in 2020, Collin County had just over 1 million residents, but by 2050, the number of Collin County residents is expected to more than double, about 2.46 million, according to Texas DOT. Next development is called the Long Branch development. This is also going to be at the corner of Highway 75 and 380. This is going to be just over a $1.3 billion project. This development is going to have 155 acres of retail space, office space, residential, and hotel space. We're talking 1,600 plus apartments. So this is really supposed to attract new businesses. Obviously, you're going to have some multifamily in this area, but really just attract more businesses to the McKinney area. Feeling like we're talking about Frisco, but we are in fact talking about McKinney, Texas, and it is growing so much. Another similar project is happening right above 380, and this is going to be Huntington Park. So Huntington Park, this is going to be about 785 acres of mixed-use living. We're talking single-family, townhomes, urban, multifamily units. You do have some commercial plan for the north and east edges of this development, but the most amazing part is they are dedicating 63 acres of preserved open space and greenbelt. So you've got a huge emphasis on green space and places to walk, and there's so much commercialization happening up in this North Texas area. So I think a lot of these developers are also trying to intertwine nature and not be, a concrete haven up here, which I think is really nice and refreshing. Next up, if you watched my last video on Craig Ranch, this is going to be in this neighborhood. So this is going to be a JW Marriott in the Craig Ranch community. So you've got a Lifetime Fitness, you've got TPC Golf Course, now you've got a huge Marriott hotel hotel that is coming to this area as well. And really, you know, with all of these other major developments happening north of 380, below 380, right along 75, this hotel is so needed to accompany all of the people that are going to be traveling here for either business or entertainment, or maybe they're moving here and checking out the area. Wink, wink. Hopefully they're talking to me. But this Marriott is super exciting. This is a great addition to this Craig Ranch area. You're going to have an 8-acre luxury resort near the TPC Craig Ranch. This luxury hotel will feature 290 rooms, over 51,000 square feet of conference space, and resort amenities including a lazy river, and we love them, pickleball courts. And like I said, with all of the expansion, all the entertainment coming to this area, all of the potential new business space, these business people are going to have somewhere to stay. So if you are looking at Craig Ranch, this is probably a really great area to invest in some real estate, because clearly there's a lot going on here. And this is only going to increase property values. So down in this corridor of 75 and 121, you've got a new amphitheater coming. This is going to be called the VENU. This is really, really exciting. We don't really have something like this up in this area, so I think it's definitely needed. This is going to be a very hot spot for concerts and live entertainment, so this is super exciting. This is going to be a $100 million entertainment project scheduled to open in 2026, so they are working on this bad boy right now, and this is going to be major for just lifestyle enhancement for residents and just a new place to go for summer concerts, because I think as of right now, all of us are either trekking down to Arlington, Texas, or we're trekking down to Dallas. We really don't have a space like this up here in the North Texas area, so just another good thing coming. And nearby, at the intersection of 121 and Stacy Road, so kind of at that intersection between McKinney and Allen, you've got a new surf lounge coming. Yes. So this is going to be called the Cannon Beach Surf Lagoon and Resort. This is a 35-acre project. You're talking about $200 million mixed use with public access to a surf lagoon, cliff diving pool, restaurant, shops, and a family-friendly beach experience. So no, we are not close to a beach here, but we are bringing the beach to you. If you've seen Windsong Ranch, you know that huge lagoon and beach in that neighborhood, and hopefully just as popular. Okay, and last but certainly not least, this is huge for McKinney. You may have heard about it, but in case you haven't, they are expanding the airport in McKinney, Texas. So new passenger terminal under construction. This broke ground in July of 2025, so we just broke ground on this thing. And you're gonna have 4 gates opening, and this is going to be expandable to 6 gates. Initially, this will serve about 200,000 passengers and will be scalable to over 1 million with the expandable to 6 terminals. So this is a huge convenience boost for McKinney residents and the business travelers that are going to come to this area with all of these new developments. So as you can see, all of these developments are really layering on top of each other. You've got entertainment, you have business opportunity, and with all of those things, you got to have some travel. How are they going to get here, you know? So you've got a lot of opportunity here in McKinney. And again, I feel like I'm talking about Frisco, but I am talking about Frisco's next door neighbor, McKinney. So both of these suburbs are just blossoming with new opportunity, especially if you are looking to invest in these real estate markets. This is a really great spot to be, clearly. And completion for this McKinney Airport is planned for 2026, but they just broke ground here in 2025, so we shall see about their progress. I can definitely keep you updated, but this is a super exciting development. Well, as North DFW continues to grow, understanding these huge developments are very key, especially if you are investing in the real estate market and you want to take advantage of all of these opportunities coming to this area. So if you're looking to invest in the real estate market, whether you're moving here, you're relocating your family here, or you are an investor who just wants some money here in McKinney, this is such a great spot to invest. Would love to talk to you about the neighborhoods, the opportunities, and the exciting real estate landscape ahead. So you guys know where to find me, and if I don't hear from you, then I will see you guys on the next video. See ya!